What's up, YouTube? You checking out the Frequent Flyer, and this is my review of the YD-713 Capricorn. Now, this is the quad right here. Well, actually, it's a hexacopter. It looks like a tricopter, but this thing has a motor system where there's propellers on the top and bottom, and there's 3 sets of them. So this is indeed a hexacopter. I think this thing really looks cool. The body of it is what actually made me want to get this thing and test it out and see how it flew. And you know, I really got interested with this thing because of the canopy. I think it looks really cool with the whole scorpion and the gray and blue and red color scheme. So this thing actually flies well. It seems a little heavy, but not as heavy as it looked. So this thing really flies pretty well. It does flips. It banks really well. You can do funnels with it. I mean, there's a lot of controls. It flies really nice and precise. This thing really surprised me, especially with the flips. I didn't think that it was going to flip well, but it does. It flips well. It has a unique sound when it's flying. This is the transmitter here. The transmitter is the video game type controller, but it actually feels nice in the hand. I like the way this feels. It's nice and precise. You can make small movements of input with it, and it's really nice. It has it flips by you pressing in this right stick. So you press it in, and then there's LEDs actually in the body of the craft, and the LED is usually green. When you press this stick in, it turns red to let you know that you're preparing for a flip. And then whichever direction you give input on this right stick, it'll make the quad flip in that direction. It does forward and backward flips, and it does side rolls as well. The trims on the transmitter are different, but I think they work pretty well. These knobs here, this one here controls the yaw, this one the left and right movement, and this one forward and back. And they actually have arrows. If you can, I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but there are arrows there, and when you get them pointing straight up, it beeps to let you know that you're at center. And so, and also it's dual rates, and the rates have a switch there. So there's a plus and minus, and when you hit to the minus, when you switch it to the minus, that's your low rates, and the plus is your high rates. And yeah, it's mode 2. And also this thing uses the Skywalk protocol, so you can fly this thing with the JXD Flying Cars transmitter, or the WL Toys V252 Pro transmitter. So a lot of versatility with how you want to fly this thing. So I thought that was nice. The only thing that I didn't like about this craft is that it doesn't have any LEDs for night flying. I thought it would be really nice if it had maybe like blue LEDs in the claws, and maybe a red LED in the back, in the tail or something. I just thought that would be really nice because I like the night fly. The battery is really large. This is the battery here. It's a 600 milliamp hour 20C battery. So I'm getting about 5.5 to 6 minutes flight times with this. But also, I was able to plug in the battery from the WL Toys V636 and get longer flight times with this thing. You know, because that battery is 630 milliamp hours. This thing here, I just used double-sided mounting tape to mount it to the bottom here, and it's the same connector. So this thing will give me, you know, extra flight time with it. So it actually comes with a spare set of propellers, but the propellers, I thought this was odd that the propellers, they only give you 4 of them, so you can change they give you a complete set of the back propellers, top and bottom, and you get a set of either the left or right. I'm not sure which one, but one of these sides they don't give you propellers for. It comes with a screwdriver as well. And this is the charging cable, USB charger. And so yeah, this thing is a really nice flyer. So let's go check this thing out in flight. Okay, so this is the indoor flight footage of the YD-713 Capricorn. It's already bound to the transmitter. We're going to be using the stock transmitter. We're going to start off on low rates. I already pretty much trimmed it out before, so it should fly pretty stable. I need a little forward trim. Let's see how good we can get this thing trimmed out. Now that seems to be nice. Okay, so it's really stable. It has a unique sound. This is low rates we're on now. This is the yaw rate. Hold on, I kind of lost it. I don't know if we were still in the camera with it. Let's try it again. Actually, let's give us a little more room with this thing. Okay, this is the yaw rate here. On slow rates. Let's switch to high rates. This is the yaw rate. Pretty much stays the same, but it's an okay yaw rate. I like this yaw rate for banking. This thing banks really well. Let's see how it banks. Fly it around the laundry room a little. So let's check out the flips, see how well this thing flips. Whoa, that was a shaky flip. It usually flips better. I might be getting a little low on battery. I was flying it around a little before I started filming this. But you can see it does flip. And it's really heavy, so sometimes when the batteries, when you're after flying it for a while, you have a little trouble with the flips. But it still manages to pull them off. You can fly nice circuits with it. The yaw isn't too slow for me. It banks really well. So you can get some funnels going with it. Whoa, that was a crazy crash there. Yeah, this thing is like a tank though. It's built like a tank, so I've crashed it a lot and still flies well. It still flies the same. I haven't seen any damage on it from any of the crashes. So yeah, so this thing is a really good flyer. I think if it had LEDs other than the ones that are inside the body, the green one, then it'd be I'd try it for a night flight. I think I might end up modifying it. So other than that, this thing is a pretty nice flyer. A pretty unique quad or hexacopter. Try whatever you want to call this thing. Oh, let's try a hand toss actually. This thing can be hand tossed. Yeah, so this thing is a pretty nice flyer. I like it. So let's bring it in for a landing. Nice and easy. So that's it. The YD-713 Capricorn. Thanks for watching.